Hello, it's Paul. I want to give you an introduction today to the enterprise level of Zoho CRM. It's the higher end version. There's a lot more features, a lot of things to get through. I'm presuming at some point you know most of the things about Zoho, the basics of Zoho when you're watching this video. If you're not, I'll quickly cover it in the first couple of lessons, chapters, just to get you into where you are with Zoho, and then what I'll do in the lessons is give you some funky stuff that you can do under your paid Zoho subscription. First things first, though, what I'd love you to do is just pause me if you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching it, and let me know why you're here, why you're watching, what you're watching this specific video for, what company you work in, or just let me know why you're here. Okay, it just helps me with videos. It helps me. I can give you links to better content that might suit you and some ideas going forward. Obviously, this is part of my Zoho ONE club, the Z1 club, and Zoho CRM training. So if you come and visit me on zoho.paulnicholson.com, you'll see a full Zoho training area, platform forum, where there is a Zoho CRM training categories. There'll be a new one for this, which will be the enterprise level. And anything that you click on, you can see when you go in, you can watch certain videos. And there's also a full Zoho CRM training program that you can sign up for as well if you wish to sign up for that. You visit paulnicholson.com and you will see the Zoho CRM. I'm logged in, it's going to jump in. Oh, that's all right. You're going to see that there's a full training program for that. If you're part of the Z1 club, you get this training included. But just for now, please press pause. And in the description below, I'll categorize when each lesson starts by a time, and you'll be able to jump to that lesson. So let me just start off by taking you a walk around. This is my Zoho ONE trial account. There's going to be 5 users. I'm going to show you everything that you can use it for. So I'll just go through the dashboards where all your main information is, quick snaps, look at wherever you need to whatever is important to you. You can edit and change this board to make sense to you. You can see obviously our pipeline, this is all test data. Leads. I consider leads grapevine leads, people that are not in your pipeline, people that have contacted you maybe via your website, people that you're trying to qualify as to whether there's an opportunity or a deal involved, and you can click in and view a lead, see their information, write some notes, connect to social media with them. And your goal, obviously, with a lead is to convert them into an account and a customer, which brings us on to accounts and contacts. Contacts are the same, is the actual people that you touch base with, that have heard from you, that you're going to try and do some work with. You're going to see information, you're going to see that you've got outstanding things that you need to do. You've got opened activity, which is that any deals that are involved. We'll come to that in a minute. You can see what products they've purchased in the past, events, any quotes they've had, any sales orders. You're going to be able to see emails between you and them and send emails. Any support tickets they've had in the past via Zoho Desk. Campaigns, where did they come from? How did you sign them up? Accounts is the business. So if contacts are the people, accounts are the actual business. And again, you're going to be able to see company information. If there's more than one contact, you're going to see both contacts. You're going to see information on everything that's involved. If you're signed up, if you're linked to Zoho Books here, you're going to see how much this company owes. So if you're doing a new quote for somebody or some work for somebody who wants you to come and do something, you might say, well, this company still owes us $10,000 or something like that, right? Or, you'll be able to see active invoicing. Deals is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. Someone's cutting something in the background and it's putting me off. Sorry. Deals is where you're going to spend a lot of your time, more in this mode, in the Kanban style. You're going to see cradle to the grave, starting off from people are interested, the sales funnel that you can edit, you can change names if these don't matter to you, and put, you know, you can move people along into whatever sales pipeline stage you want. You can click on the deal, see the information, the money, the contact. You can write a note about it. I'm going to go through each area in depth as we go into more funkier things in this. But again, it's a lot of the same stuff. Stage history. You can see the activity. You can see closed. You can see emails between you. You can see any quotes tagged to that deal, any orders, products. Activities is what you need to do: phone calls, meetings, follow-ups, emails. You can see what you've got coming up, customers, you've got leads or contacts to do, and then anything other that you've got to do. So follow up with a lead. You can see that you've got to call them, outbound call, prospecting. This is what you've already done actually. This was done on December 24th. You can send an email from here. You can create a new task, event, or call. You know, you can make sure that this customer's got whatever it needs. Obviously, reporting is more in depth. There's probably going to be a separate lesson, separate training for reports. But you've got all these different reports for everything to do with your business, analytics, everything inside your business in stats. Again, probably a different lesson, a different breakout lesson for this, rather than this. This is really an introduction video more than exactly how to do it. But you're going to see all the analytics for your business that you're going to be able to jump in and create. It's only test data, so it's not actually jumping out as anything exceptional. Products, you can create products, add products, so you know information about products that you can add to orders. Obviously, then you're going to want to add them to a quote. Sales orders, the idea is obviously you're going to go from a quote to a sales order, and then move that into maybe projects or something like that. I'm just going to have a look at everything else. Cases, if you've got any outstanding issues that you need to catch up on. Price books, some customers get default pricing, some customers get discount pricing. So this is a particular customer. So this is allowing customers that are loyal or that have been with you for a while. The word is for that. A long-term customer, I guess. Being able to give them better discounted pricing and things like that. Forecasts, you can create your forecasts and say this is what we're looking to do over the next year, 2 years. Projects is a different app, but it is Zoho Projects, and then Desk is linking to Zoho Desk, where you open tickets and you've got issues with customers. So that's a lot for service management stuff. Jobs you got to do, and Google Ads, you may collect with Google Ads. So that was a really fly through of the tabs at the top of the screen as to everything that, you know, there's a lot to do in Zoho CRM, the enterprise level. So what we'll do is we'll take a new lead from sign up to becoming a contact to creating an account, and then we'll take it all the way through creating a quote for that, or a proposal, whatever you call it, all the way through to sales order. Okay, so that's what your main part of using Zoho enterprise level is. I think you'll probably understand through other videos how to create an account, how to create a deal, and do the basics of any Zoho CRM. You've probably seen that, but let's show you it from an enterprise level in Zoho One, exactly to go from start to finish. So I'm just going to pick a random person on Betty Constable on Wikipedia, the Institute for Science. I'm going to find, oh, here you go, William Berry. It's a footballer. Who did he play for? Glasgow. William Berry. Let's find who he works for. Chris Double. Oh, Canton Independent. Big Birch Lake. Okay. William Berry at Big Birch Lake. Right. So that's going to be our fake person. Well, it's a real person, actually, isn't it? So I'm going to go to leads, and I'm going to say create a new lead here, right? And we're going to say it's Big Birch Lake is the company. Name is Mr. William Berry. Do you have his email? Do you have his title? You may or may not. So let's just say manager, email, wberry at. I'll put paulnicholson.com because I'll send some test emails, and I don't want to send it to Big Birch Lake. Phone number if you've got it, fax number if you've got it, mobile, obviously anything that you know. If you've found your lead by whatever these pick list is, an external referral. You can also, within the enterprise level, remove and add fields that'll make sense to you. So if none of these do or they don't, then you can just remove them. So you're going to fill out everything you need. And if the lead is, I don't know, Mr. Smith told me about William Berry. They need a new CCTV system. And you put that in because someone's just basically giving you some general information. And that is your lead. It's your grapevine lead. They're just sat there. They're not doing anything. You can look at your leads in order or whatever you've done. But you're gonna go right. So there's nothing in this at the moment. So you're gonna make your phone call. You're gonna touch base. You're gonna have a chat. You're gonna do whatever it takes to decide if this person's going to be of valuable to you to convert onto the next level. Right, so we're going to convert him. We've had a chat, or we've decided it's something we're going to actively chase. I'm going to actively chase this as a possibility. So I'm going to convert, and it's going to say, create a new account for Big Birch Lake, create a new contact for William Berry. And if you know it's an active potential or deal, some people might have potential on their CRM, some might say deal, opportunity, create a deal. I'm going to say it's a $10,000 deal, Big Birch Lake CCTV system. Right, because I work with security companies. It's easy for me to think in security ways. When do I think I'm going to close it by? Let's give myself a month. What stage is it at? Qualification, we haven't yet quoted to him. What campaign? I haven't got any set up, but this is if you were setting up a deal, an opportunity deal, sorry, and you have an advertisement on a board somewhere, or you've got a referral program, or you still use something like the Yellow Pages, or they've come from Facebook, you would tag here against that advert. That's where they came from. So when you look at campaign profitability, ROI, you can say, well, we've got $20,000, $30,000 worth of business out of that one advert we put somewhere. But obviously I haven't got any set up. Contact role, I'll make in the decision maker, and convert. And this is going to convert it into, now I'm going to have a contact. I'm going to have a account. I'm going to have a contact who's tagged to Big Birch, and I'm going to have the deal. So I'm going to make my call. I'm going to say need analysis. I'm going to say we're going to go through to the proposal price quote stage. Different ways of moving it across, but you can just tick that, or you could, in theory, on your deals. Is in here somewhere. You just drag it across, right? You can just move it across. So we are into the quote stage. I remember I've just had a phone call. Played for Glasgow. I didn't know which one it said. Rangers. As that lad. Loves soccer. Sailing. I mean, it works for Big Birch Lake. Running. I don't know. Whatever. You're gonna write your notes down. You've got over here open activity, new task. It can be a meeting. I need to schedule a meeting for next week. Oh, that's next week. Priority, leave it as high. Reminder, don't need anything. If you want more fields, you can put a description. Drop quote off, or whatever you've got to do. Call up, but you can add. You can see that you can add tasks. You can add things that you need to do, and that will get you into the next stage of moving into creating a quote for this and sending it out. Right, so next what we need to do is add a product. So we're going to create a product. You can obviously import them. Your inventory manager can come in and do it. Let's just do CCTV system, product code, CCTV one, vendor. If you've got one, you can add a vendor. CCTV. You're gonna have to go through and add it with the information. CCTV Systems Inc. Add a phone number if you got it. Manufacturer if you want to. If you've got them added. Product category. Hardware. The difference between hardware and software is you can kick hardware. You generally can't kick software. Again, you can change all these to whatever's relevant to your company, and I'm going to show you in another lesson further down. Sales start date. You don't need to put all this information in. Price tag is going to be 10,000. Commission rate is 100. What's that commission rate? 100 equals 100. That's really interesting. Is that a percentage or it says pound sign, isn't it? Tax, VAT, the fantastic. So if you're in US or wherever you are, you're going to be able to say change this currency and do what you want. Usage unit, a box, a carton, a dozen. Leave it as a box. Quantity ordered, things like that. Description, CCTV system. I don't know. Just leave it at that. But you get what I mean. I know I've rushed through that, but you can enter in any information. Let's add an image. CCTV system. Even though I spelt it wrong, let's just grab an image. That was a crap image. Any deals? This one. Let's just grab this. Save image. I just want to show you this how it shows up as well. So if you're a car dealer or you're a real estate person, I'll probably set some different videos up for you guys to make you see exactly how you can use this, so you can see what you're selling. Save that and save that, right? And then when I go to products, it will show up in this little canvas. This is an enterprise level thing, canvas view. You can see a picture of what you're doing. So when you're picking out a certain camera or you're picking out a certain product, you've at least got a picture that's going to help you go, yeah, that's the right one. But you have your information, and it's going to show what deals it's attached to and what sales orders, and any issues, case studies. Is an error with this, well, you have to do that, and this is a solution, stuff like that. So products is cool. Set up your products. So now we're ready to create that quote, right? The whole point of it is the quote, getting into that big birch lake and adding a quote, right? So we're going to add a quote. Quote owner obviously is me. Big Birch Lake. Subject, new CCTV system. Valid until end of the month. Probably we'll give it till end of next month. I don't know what your options are. We're going to say it's a quote stage is draft. Again, we'll leave it at negotiating. Contact team, if you want to put their team in. Marketing, I don't know what it is. Carrier, UPS. Billing address, shipping street, whatever you've got in here. It may make you want to do it, but obviously you're going to have to add product line items, which we've only got one. CCTV system, one. Add product. You can change the list price if you're going to give him a deal. Let's say it's 8,000. Discount tax will be accounted for. Any terms and conditions. And new CCTV system, replace old. I was going to say crappy one then. Old system. Obviously, you're going to word it better and be better at your jobs than I am. So there's the first quote, right? So then you can be ready to send to the customer. Quote. Preview, convert. Print preview. Choose an inventory template. All right. Quote template. So here's the quote template. Yes, it looks rubbish, but you can go in and change this. Again, extra lessons, or come to zoho.paulnicholson.com. We've got, you know, how to, in fact, if we go to, because somebody asked me today, if you go to Zoho and if you do quote, just type in quote here. Quote, oh, spell it right, and it might actually give you a chance. How to add logo and edit Zoho CRM quote template. So you go through, watch that video. It's going to show you how to go in and edit that template, but obviously you can export to PDF and then send that to your client, save it, send it, email it, and you are away. Oh, I'm just looking for emails. You can add an email to the customer. Go back to the deal. Where are we? Big Birch. Oh, yeah, be careful you don't change stuff like that. Big Birch, email, and send that quote. Let me just pause you and let me show you exactly how to. Sorry, I waffled there. Now, so you go back to your quotes, open it up again. It's pretty easy to do. I don't use Zoho CRM all the time like normal people will. I always tell people you'll be a better expert on Zoho CRM than me eventually. I've got to work on 40 plus apps and I just answer people's questions. I'm not you know what I mean? Things I forget. So all you're going to do is go to the quote and just go here, send mail, right? It's going to open the template, pick the template, pick your name, your file name, quote, CCTV, system. You're going to add it, portal view or landscape. It looks all right to me. Well, it looks crap, but you can tidy it up. New CCTV. Hey, Billy. Here's the quote. Obviously, I know you'd be a lot more professional. There's your quote attached, and you will send it. It's gonna go to. Can't see exactly. It obviously says Will Berry, but you can't click to see that it's the right email. Your email has been sent. Let me see if it comes through. See here now it says emails. So you're going to start seeing emails around your system. If I go back to accounts and Big Birch, again, emails, there's one. If I go to William Berry, I'm going to be able to see the quote. The quote's here, the email's here. So now you're starting to see everything that's being said, everything that's being asked, everything that's being delivered, all in one place. Really cool, right? Did that come through? Here's hey Bill, here's the quote. So that's how to send the quote. So Bill's checked his quote. He's now happy. He's going to sign off. He wants to go ahead. So we're going to convert it to a sales order. What you should also do at this point, if you're watching, is go into my forum and type in Zoho sign. This one, Zoho CRM deal to Zoho signed. So what that is it's an e-document platform like eSign, or DocuSign. So what you can do, if you're a Zoho One member, you can sync it with Zoho Sign and send the a sign-off agreement digitally, and then the person can digitally sign it off. You can sign it, and that's a binding agreement between you. So it's really cool. Just watch that video. But we're gonna transfer or convert the quote into a sales order as the final part of this training. New CCTV system, and we're going to convert to a sales order. Obviously, if it's not I'm doing it on a CCTV installation level. If it's just a straight out purchase, then you just convert it straight to an invoice, right? We're going to go sales order, created, due date, put it in. Pending. Is that an option or a pending? I guess it is. Change owner. I just clicked on something, didn't I? Yeah. Contact information. I clicked here and it asked me if you wanted to change it. Oh, I didn't want to click there. Any notes? Once new system installed after the holidays. I don't know. I don't know why I think of this stuff. No invoices as yet because we haven't done it, and we are done. There you go, new sales order. So here's the sales order. Obviously your accounting team would get some notification, or your installation manager. You can set it up to say, right, you've been tagged in this. This is now you're the owner. Get this job done. But now we've gone from quote to, we've gone from lead to deal, added the quote, and now we've got a sales order. So we're going to now finally convert it to an invoice. I'm just going to go back though, because the quote and the deal doesn't upgrade when you create a sales order. So you can go back to the quote and change its status to closed won. Go back to the deal and I've gone past it. Big Birch. Again, you can just drag it across, so you can tick it. So we're going to go negotiate and review. Then you could go here, closed won, close, save. So now it's happy. We're back to sales orders, and the final act, if you're using it this way, is to convert to an invoice. Some of the products in this have the quantity in stock value as less. All right, so there isn't anything tagged in stock for that product, right? William Berry, invoice dates today. Any information you want to send, edit, job complete, all good, save, and send mail. Let's send invoice. There's your invoice. Hi Bill, invoice attached. I want to say show us your money, but I didn't. And send. So that's the start to the finish of the CRM. If you're going to add it to your books, obviously there's payments and there's other things to add that will show up. But I just wanted to show you the enterprise level on Zoho One, start to finish. I'll get into some more funky stuff that you can do. Let's talk about editing fields, editing stuff for what you need for your business. And this is part of the enterprise level that you can't do on the free version. So you might want to change stage names. You might want to add fields. You might want to delete things that are not needed. So when we go to leads, you just click on that leads, click on standard, and these are the fields that you see when you went to leads, right? So what did we look at? Annual revenue, may not be interest, fax number. I mean, no one's really worried about fax numbers anymore, are they? But you might be. But if you want something to be added, then you can just drag them over here, right? So single line, it might be maybe department. Department's probably already taken. Department. Oh no, it's all right. Job type. You might have different jobs. You might say job type as a pick list. Sorry, I did the wrong one there. Guess we're get rid. Multi-select or a pick list. So multi-select, you can choose more than one. An email will ask for an email address, and if you don't put an email, it'll throw up an error. Pick list, right? So you might put in job type, and this might be CCTV, fire alarm. Oh, add. Okay, be happy. Gates, card access, something like that, right? Select default value. Would probably be something like add type, and then put in here default value add. Is it required? There, let's say display value alphabetically. Enable history tracking for picked list points. You probably wouldn't on something like that, but you can. But I'm just going to try and fly through it and show you everything that you can do. You can add a full section, a full new box of currency. Let's just throw stuff in, right? My test account's getting messy. Stick a date in there. Stick a date and time for phone calls. Stick a multi-select. Done. Save. I'm just trying to show you can play around and you can make it look exactly how you want it. So when we go back to leads now, if we go to any lead, we're gonna get show details. That's this new section. Here's the job type, CCTV. Here's the department. Oh, take that. Here's the department, sales. So you can start to really customize it to your needs. And if you're in like I suppose you're all in different industries where you need certain things. You need a tick box. Does it apply to this? Does it comply with this law or rule? Does this count? All that sort of stuff you can create and tick yourself. So you've got that option within Zoho Enterprise to make it look however you want it to. I want to introduce you to blueprints and workflows. So what you can do with workflows is you automate things like when there's a sales order, email so-and-so. When there's a new deal, I've got to reply. Or when something like that, like this one, right? Let's just open this one. So when an amount greater than 1,000, is signed off, big deal alert. So it's going to email people. Can I click on this? It's going to email owners, the owner of the business, and say, big deal, right? If I select it, I should be able to open that. That's a lot of them. Select template, preview. Dear team, good news for us. We got a major deal, right? So that's how that big deal alerts. When this rule is executed, when a deal is created or is edited. All right, this is actually a big deal. It's not a sign off. Actually, it's just it's a big deal. The deal's been signed in. So you basically go in and say notify new contact. Let's say new contact description, new contact, hello, message. So you can go in and decide what happens on an action, a date and time, or based on a score. So you can go on action on a created contact. We're going to say contact matching. You can say all, or you can filter to certain things. I'm going to say all contacts, and then we're going to do an email notification, contact owner. So it's going to go to the contact email, add that, and we're going to select a template. And you would have a welcome email or thanks for joining us or some sort of email. I haven't actually got any in, right? Where's I can't use the big deal one. You can create it. Oh man, I didn't want to go down this line, but let's go here. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. Welcome, new contact. You obviously wouldn't probably do this, but let's have a say the name cannot be empty or new contact. Welcome. Save it. Subject cannot be, oh god. Hello, welcome to Happy Me. That's my company name. New contact, select a folder, just put it in the public one, save. And now I'm going to pick that, refresh to see this email, save and associate. Oh, name, new contact. Save and associate. Let me just have a look at that again. So what you would do is you would either notify a salesman, or you would tag somebody, or you would do something to create that rule more funkier than, you know, whether it's add them to a list, add them to or a reminder in 7 days, reply to them, or whatever it might be. You're gonna get what I'm saying. So that's like a workflow rule. So if I go new contacts now and add a contact, test. Oh, it's going to ask me for an account. Oh, I might not actually. Test 1, 2, 3, 4 at paulnicholson.com. Save it. That should fire that rule, and I should get an email at some point. But oh, there you go. We're pretty quick, right? So welcome new contact. So that was the email fired to me, but to test 1, 2, 3, 4. So as soon as you typed it in, you can fire a workflow that sends out some sort of message, adds a task, you might just add a task to call that person or message that person to the salesman. So you can do all sorts of things with workflows. Blueprints are a little bit different. I need to get into the blueprint and really understand it a bit more. It's more process flow. How, when this person ticks here, before you can move it to the next level, or convert it to a deal, or move the deal status, you've got to write a note in, or you've got to attach a document and things. So blueprints are more flow related. When it starts, gather details, get connections. If they haven't, make sure certain things are done. Set maximum time. So gather details, record owner, and then you get the information to establish contacts. It's basically a flow from what happens within your business as a process. You must tick this, you must add this box, and you set up rules to make sure it's done, and then you can move them into different areas, and you can add different boxes on the deal or the process place in CRM that has to be converted. It'll say you need to add a phone number. This person can't move forward without a phone number, or this person can't. Or it'll say something. You can. There's an example in their training that you can say, if this person's a new customer and the deal's worth more than 10,000, you can apply a 25% discount for new customers. You can add the process, or you can try to apply a discount and it says, well, it doesn't meet this criteria. So really understanding blueprints, and I need to learn it more, is a cool thing for your process and making sure everything's done correctly. I'll be putting new lessons up on exactly how to use that further down the line. So I want to wrap this up because it's getting a long video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching it in the segmented training, it's not as bad, but I'm going to be building out enterprise level training, going to be building out Zoho ONE training, part of the Z1 club, getting you everything you need out of Zoho CRM. This is a real flagship app at Zoho that your sales team will live in, make money out of, make them more streamlined, but then make the whole process after working with your sales team easier. If it's creating a job, if it's I don't know, every process from getting your invoice to see if it's been paid to I can't think, but it's just Zoho ONE, Z1 Club, and Zoho ONE is huge. You can get so much more out of it. But we want to streamline your business, don't we? We want to make it easier. We want to make everything one click away. We want to, there's Ask Zia down here, asking you information. There's down here you can contact, you can talk to your team. Sarah Sales. What about this job? Any news? And she'll get a contact, and you can talk about things within Zoho CRM so much better. Zoho CRM Enterprise it's going to be however you want to build it. You can change your the way it looks and feels to exactly how much you want it to do. I babbled on a bit at the end, but I'm trying to say Zoho CRM Enterprise, part of the Zoho ONE package, if you're with me on the Z1 Club, you're going to get so much more out of it because there's all sorts it can do. But I hope this sort of whetted your appetite into getting even more out of Zoho. Leave comments as always. Any questions, I'm here to help. Thanks for watching. See you soon, guys.